Okay, I think this is gonna work. So, yeah, I was going to do some reviews, and I will, but first I'm gonna show. So here's one trade I put on. Let's go big screen. Never mind that. So I did. I put a trade on according to the system, but I put in my log. I'm busy on this day, and yeah. So any trades I put on, it's not gonna be on the competition account because I've had enough technical difficulties with it. All right. So now I get to the chart. I get to the screen. Notice this spikes below, right? It does not. Let me just see. Okay, yeah. This bar spikes below, and I'm not present for this action, although it wouldn't matter too much. But yeah, this is the low, right? And I outline it, EU low, the box, and yeah. So we retraced into the low, right? And we get a formation like this. So it creates a double bottom, and here later we close above this. And I was alerted by this because at this point I had put an alert here because I see this forming, and I put an alert on, and at this time I noticed it, and I waited a little bit and I entered like this. This is not my model B. It would be to enter on this bar here a bit up, and RR would be a bit skewed, and I don't know what would happen to the trade. And this trade though is the model A, this one, because, well, at the time this is the target, but when I see the trade I see this high. That's why I marked it out like this, and I thought, you know what, that's what I want. And so model A is the signal and the retrace and enter from the price imbalance, which in this case, this is where we confirm the retrace. See here, we go higher, right? Yeah, simple. Let me do this. And okay, cool. So here we confirm, we go higher, and also at this time we have these bars going down, and here notice a small gap, and this imbalance is what I want to use, and the low is where I want to stop. So it becomes that the trade is like this. Here entry might even be like this, whatever, and stop here, somewhat aggressive, whatever. It's below, I'm not gonna semantics, and the model, so targeting this. So it's a sweep, price formation power, confirmation with change, and entry within the imbalance, and at this time it was 1.8, and entry is textbook, yeah, exactly. And yeah, this looks cool. This was the dollar yen on M5. Yeah, I also placed one other trade on this day that was not part of my system. To be honest, I put the trade on because listening to somebody explain something, and I haven't fully grasped yet what the deal is, and so I did stupid things, but that does not affect my system, and that's what I'm talking about here. These are in fact my trades only, nothing else, nor are they any call for you listening to do anything at all. This is me documenting what I've done. So anyway, right, And also on top of this, I've been doing some backtesting and I got gathering some data, and it's been interesting. My data has so far shown that, well, if I'm in a if I have profitable backtesting data, and if I add my trailing on top of it, it makes the losing trades smaller, and it also somewhat cuts the winners. So it makes the equity curve more even. But like on all of the data I've been gathering so far, it's been showing me the same thing. And if I, for example, have a sample size that is negative, and I will show that very soon, it makes the negative less so. It doesn't turn the system profitable though. However, I may have a too small of a sample size to be able to determine that. But yeah, and I know from the trades I've put on, and the months and months and months, and all the different accounts, that a certain model works. And it may be that when I place the trades mechanically on the charts, simply doing it like that and put on every single one, that it is not as good as when I'm doing it by myself, because some form of discretion, I think, matters somehow. But that's not what I want to show. So today I'm gonna go on, we're gonna do this, and I prepared FX pairs, and I have yeah, this one. This is the worst sample size yet, right? And for this, I put, like, for example, here's a trade short, and this looks quite decent, but didn't as of yet produce any profits, so I don't know. So it's a -1 for now in the stats. And this was, well, not such a good looking trade, but yeah, it also failed. And one thing about this pair, dollar and Kiwi, is I'm thinking to myself, perhaps the system doesn't perform as well here, because I'm placing trades during London and US, and if you see here, for example, Asia is quite strong, and that's one example. But here again, Asia is strong, London is weak, US is decent. Again, London, US, and Asia. And I do not place trades during Asia, and I think that this significantly impacts the result of the data gathered. Because after all, the trades need to go beyond a level, such as here, need to go beyond, switch sides, boom, go short, and target whatever this or whatever is before this, probably here, and so here to here is probably a good trade, right? But within London, if the energy is dying out, obviously in my book that wouldn't happen. Now it looks like we have a trade here, but this is M5, and maybe there's one trade on here on M2 or something. But the US looks very quiet, and this kind of pattern just follows, right? Asia is no longer the weakest one, and I had similar numbers again, this big, small, and small. So again, Asia is the strongest one, and I think that impacts it quite a bit, since I don't place trades in Asia. I place trades on London and US. That's where I gather the data. So perhaps that impacts the system somewhat. Perhaps I should gather tests from all the sessions. But for now, yeah, it's 3 hours here, it's 3 hours here, and I mean, what am I supposed to do during Asia? Start at 2 and go to 5 for 3 hours? Okay, I don't know. Yeah, that's one thought. Another idea is, I thought that, well, this this sample, I have some numbers here. Mod B was better than mod A, which is strange, but it only produced negative 1.4. Mod A produced -4. Also, 5 trades did not fill. And I mean, if any of those trades would actually fill, I'm fairly certain that the 4R would be defeated because mod A gives a better price every time. Because mod A is... Let me find something clean. So we have model B, right? We have model B. We go down, we sweep something, we switch, we go up. Model B enters instantly, right? Instantly here. And oh, this is a horrible example, but model B, right? Stop here, target whatever. Let's say we target the highs. Okay. So it's a 3R, right? Model B. So, but the model A will use a retrace into the gap to enter. So either we would enter below here, or we would actually enter at the previous swing kind of area. So here, right? And obviously you see price, the entry is moving down, so it's a better R. And every time on all the samples, model A has a better risk to reward. And I can only assume that 5 trades, I think, yeah, that did not fill absolutely impacted the results. That's one thing. Another thing is this sample I did first, so it's a month data, right? 1 month only. I did model B, then I moved the entry to model A, and then I got these results. And then I have also been doing trailing as well, and I used very basic trailing. It does somewhat equate to the trading I do on the live trades, but it's not as strong, it's not as extensive. So for example, I only did this type of trailing. So let's say we enter here. Okay, cool. And we are long, right? Let's say we're long, and I'm gonna put it next to it just to make it easy to watch. We're targeting this high because, yeah, why not? I only use trailing where I move the stop once. So in this case, we have on high, another higher, and then another higher. So we have a double wave, and I would trail to here. And then I wouldn't trail anymore. And I mean, that happens, right? It trails to here, maybe it trails to somewhere here, and then it stopped out. And so if this was stopped, obviously it will cut the profits, and that would be worse. And I was comparing this simple trailing method. This is just one-time trail, because if I trade it actively, I'll put the notifications on the interesting levels here, here, and not here because this is the target, but yeah, next one is here, right? And I'll put notifications on, and if I get the notifications, I would trail, I would partial, and I would see the chart, right? So my trading is more extensive than this, but still, I tried applying the trailing, and it did, well, like I said, it made the losers smaller and the winners also smaller. It didn't save the system. And what's funny is that Model A wins almost every test for now, so far. And also, Model A wins every trade, every data set with no interaction. So I just put it on and leave it. That's interesting. But I do know that my trailing methodology doesn't kill the profitability. It smoothens it out, smooths the curve out. So, but I think after more data, wow, this is a cool switch here, right, on off hours. Look at this, boom, switch, and we close lower. I would love to short that, but the spread here is not nice. But hey, look at this, right? Sweeper, switching power, right? and whatever entry and next here. Yeah. Anyway, so we'll see with more data what it looks like. But I was somewhat surprised by the results, primarily with that the Model A was so strong. But on my best sample, I had a month set of data producing 12.8 R with the Model A, and I applied my trailing to that as well, and it made the losers smaller, as with everything else. The result was 9.8 R, so the result was less, and that's interesting. And the question is it useful? I mean, if the downside is smaller, can we then scale the entry larger so that it makes up for it? That's the question, right? Because I remember seeing one data, there was one segment on the worst set of data so far. The system was down 10 R, yeah, that's right. And when I applied the trailing to that segment, it was only down -4. So yeah. But I have so the current multiple partials and trailing system so far I like, and we'll see what adjustments I do to it in the future. I've seen several variants of several traders doing it somewhat similar. The partials similar to mine. Somebody is moving break even at partial 1. Somebody is, cutting half and not moving the stop, which is the same thing. Yeah, it's it's the same thing, but different way to prepare the food, perhaps. So I wanted to see if we are on this. Yeah, that's right. Let's see what we can do. So I was, because so the line here is where the trail would be. So notice this segment, -1, 1, 1. And here's a line in between 0.6. This is like 0.4. And here's no line at all. So this was -3. It's -2 instead. We go next. So here, 2 flat losers, right? Or actually, this is not a loser. This is -1. And this one will be trailed because double to here, and it will be taken out at half. So half instead of 1. And I mean, here trail failed. Here this this switches side, so this is not even a failure. This is a failure, and I mean, so it just goes on and on. So the total number of the worst case is, let's go back, see what I put. Yeah, -4 with 5 no fills. And I think what we're gonna do now is we're gonna try to add the trades during Asia to see if it makes this better. So this is, the sample is 215 from the 15, and we're gonna draw some lines. Let's see how quickly I can do it. I'm not sure how fast I can do it, but let's see. And it may becomes a little bit crude. That's horrible. Yeah, what are we targeting here? Whatever, it's a failure. Okay, I need that tool. I have to do some math later on, I guess. There's a reason to trade it. Not much, but hey, I'll take it. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this would be nice to go long off, which we do here. This is model B. Do we have a target? I guess we do. And we hit that. Question is, how much is trailed? Well, 1, 2, so here. But it's never taken out. I guess that's a good thing. So it's 2.3. I round to 1 decimal. So far we added 1.3. That's kind of neat. What do we got here? Oh, look at this. This is beautiful. What about this? Up, down, up, higher, whatever, down. Here there's no fill for model A, which would be absolutely glorious. But we don't have that. So it's 2.5. And there's way more to collect, but that's for another day. I'm not counting that on this test, although I know that I could. Yeah, not that discussion. 2.5. So far we added 1.8. Okay. And there's no, nothing here. This is outside. Notice the box is to 12. That's when the cutoff for trades. These boxes show when the trades cut off. And I understand that, perhaps I should do 3 hours and, first 3 hours, I guess. Let me just check. Yeah, that's fine. So we added 3.8. And so overnight low, we're below, we go up, we're taken out, cool, we're out, whatever. I'm not gonna do this because blah 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 blah. No. Obviously this level held, right, that we have here looks cool in hindsight. Yeah, I'm not that smart on this test. So here we have a fail. And so now we have 2.8 that we added. What do we have yet here? Okay, Asia here. We're adding the trades. Another failure, huh? With the trail to here. I'm not counting the trail or whatever. Now I'm just going to -1. So now it's only 1.8 we added. Oh look, it's below. So this is a flat. We are above. Cool. Am I supposed to short below this small thing? This is the low. Am I supposed to short here? I guess I am. This is what I'm talking about. It looks very crude. I'm like, if I'm seeing this, don't you think I'm gonna look at even faster charts? Right? Maybe I will. Is there anything here? Is there anything? Oh. So in this case, there's nothing there. I'll just do a measured move from whatever. So from this to this. If this is broken, we should go down. Like this. We should go here. We should go to here. So it's 1.2. So 1.8, 1.2, that's 3. That's 1. So now we added 3. So Asia again, we are below. We want to, oh, that's ugly. That's no good at all. Yeah, I guess we're done for. But hey, so what do you want to bet that when I see this I want to short from the top? But anyway, those are the rules. So we added 2. Now we're up +2 for now. And let's see. We are below, and we wait. What's happening? Yeah, this should be this thing. There we go. It can be like this for it not to be confusing. All right. So we've been falling down. We are below some level. Whatever. Boom. And we switch and we close higher. Where do we close? Here. Okay. Okay, that's the level. And I guess we're targeting this 1.4. And the trail is here. Here is the trail. Because double top and top, if you see the pin there. So let's see, 1.4, yeah. So we're up 2, we're up 3.4, we added 3.4. Okay, we clear upside and intra switch. I'm not counting that because that's on like an M1, but I can see this is a short here. We're down, up, down, down, and here it is. This is one of those times where yeah, no. So we're just gonna do 1-to-1 because whatever, and it fails. Cool. It's a shame, but hey, that's where we are. Yeah. And yeah, this is one of those ones where where was I? 3.4, 2.4. I want to target this, but there's not enough R. Or at least this thing. But hey, how am I supposed to know that at this point? Can't know. I mean, we're gonna clean this thing, and then we're gonna move, we're gonna trail, we're gonna clean this here for another partial or full TP, and then we're gonna move the stop again. But so, I mean, there's absolutely a reason here to the trailing is here. So yeah, and there's also a gap here. So there's a gap here. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, and we can trail. So this with the model A entry up here, this might have been that's the next level below the thing. It might have been good. Yeah. Question is how much it's trailed though. Yeah. How much we get out of it. But so, see, model A with no trailing again. Model A for the win. Okay. 2.4, right? I'm sure I'm getting it wrong. Somebody may correct me. At one point, again, Asia is bigger. Did we sweep anything? We came down. We sweep these highs. We don't sweep this thing, but I guess. I mean, do I have to sweep this? I don't know. We did one. To me, this we swept something. Boom, boom, boom. Not this, but this one. Yeah. Wait. Oh my god. Like that. Okay. What target do we have at this point? Well, we got this level here. 1.4. Okay, 2.4, 3.8, 1.4. So 3.8, and I think I'm starting to see a pattern here. So I think my idea about the Kiwi and the dollar removing trades during the night was a bad idea, because so the general strategy, I mean, I've only went through half of this data set, but the general strategy is, well, we touch the edges, cleans it, and then we change direction, right? So if we take away the session with the most volume, which on this instrument apparently is Asia, and we don't even count it, yeah, I guess that's it. So currently we went through half the data set, and we've almost added a full R on top of the system, and at this point I'm fairly certain that the data shows profitable trades now. And this is so close that I'm not putting a stop here. I will put it like here, and if spread takes me out, then so be it, but I cannot account for that. So this is another winner trade. So I can't account for spread. Spread is there, spread happens, and sometimes it does not happen. Yeah, we went down, black, boom, boom, boom. Actually, it doesn't close above. No, it does not close above. Okay. So we're, and actually, according to what I said before, first 3 hours, so this is not a trade, but it looks like it would be hitting profits. Well, that's what it is. It's gathering of data, not manipulating of data. There's a difference, right? So we went up, and look, white, black, and then down. Boom. Here is the short. Here's the target on like M1, right? Yeah. Check it out. Check this out. I know this. I absolutely know this. Let's see. Replay to where it hit it, like this. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Let me move. This is in the way. That's what I outlined. Now check this out. Tell me I'm wrong. Yeah? There it is. There's a lot of gaps on M1, of course. And the stop would have to be like, because look at the price, 6774. This is 3 pips, so that's not enough. But okay, so. And the stop would be, we only know this, and this is the previous overnight low. So if we have this, let's see what we had. Yeah. I mean, yeah, looks good, but I'm not counting that on this data sampling session. Yeah, we need to go back there again. Okay. Yeah, this is where we were. Actually, this is where we were, and now Asia, oh, another turning. I mean, you see it from a mile away. Come on, tell me you do not see this. Come on. We go down, we go up, we don't close above. We go down, we close above. Model B. Model B. Model A, no fill, who cares? where's the session? Here. 0.8, no, that's not target. Here, 1.5. Right, so 3.8 and 1.5, so it's 4.8 and 5, so it's 5.3. So we added 5.3 and Asia here. What happens here? That's a solid line, so we clean this, we go up, we switch to here, and there's a model B entry here, like this. And there's also a model A entry there. Same stop. I just wanna gonna show the difference of the power. If this is the target 1.1, this one 2.5. There's no denying the model A power. So we're using this one, so 1.1. We're at 5.3, right? No, so it's 1.1, so 6.4 at this time. And I think the test, I can almost conclude it here because it's speaking the same language all the time. Here we don't actually break the highs here. Boom, boom, boom. We go down. Am I supposed to short this for fail, or am I supposed to go long here, or do the both of them? I guess we do both of them. Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Is there anything here? No? Okay. Is this enough? Okay, well, because it's gonna fail anyway. Right, so this is a failed trade. Yeah. And then we have within the time to 5, yeah, okay. Boom, 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 up to here. We're gonna move this so we can see, yeah. Down, up, down, switch, there. And model A would enter there. Okay, and that is very close. Again, I'm not putting my stop there. It's probably here. And yeah, it's just an eyeball thing. So, whatever. This is not it. This is not it. New target higher. This one's already clean. That's the top. No, I would definitely go for this one. If it hits it, I don't know. I guess we do. Yeah, 1.9. Okay. So I'm just gonna type it as this is -1. This is 1.9. So just gonna go here. 0.9. So we added 0.9 to the 3, that's 7. I don't know. Math is starting to become bad now. You see my time here as well. No comments. Yeah, and here we're not really cleaning this, so we can't. I wish I could. With this system, I wish I could just take into consideration we absolutely don't want to go up, and we switch the power down. But this system doesn't do that. But me looking at the chart says, hello, I don't want to go up. I want to go down. And just add and add and add on all retrace. Yeah, so nothing. And Asia, we go above, boom, 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 and we fail. And even if the failure, like the failed trades, right? Here, even if it's a failed trade, it would be a failed trade with model A anyway. But with model B, yeah, if it reaches target, sometimes model A doesn't fill. And for a long time I was thinking that, well, if I don't get a fill with one of these trades, maybe the other version is better because I'm pressing market order to get in, right? but the math is showing me that I'm getting enough fills anyway, so I guess no. So -1 here for 6 total added. Yeah, right, and we're soon done with this. Okay, Asia, boom, we go to the highs, double top, cleaning further, and we go into the pins. So this is an interesting scenario, but I've seen this several times. Trading on M1 on NQ, yeah, that's right. Like this, right? So we have the top, we have this bottom here, we have this bottom here. Let's go. Okay, price came from here to here. Price has this power to go here. From here we go here. So we have this power. Here we have this power to go higher. And now we are here and we cannot close beyond this. So this power and this power are equally as strong. Okay. Again, if we, oh hello, I made a mistake. We're gonna go back there because I'm gonna finish explaining this. Okay. Gotta find my funny lines. Where am I? 22. There I am with the lines. There we are. So again, the power was equally as strong here, right? But we come only to this level. This is where we come. And notice that the pins go into the level as well here, right? So this is not the same, but this is the same power. And that in my book means that from here, this is equally as strong as this. And because of that, when we close below here, we switch sides. And somebody will probably say, some SMT person will probably say like, yeah, this cleaned the high, boom, 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 we have a gap, filled it, we don't close beyond, and we go down. Yeah, I don't word it like that. But here is one trade on the last candle for the allowed. And yeah, and to be honest, I would probably go here. Yeah, I would, because this contains the power. And the target is, we don't know of the low, remember. The low is Asia session. We don't know a low. So this is a previous low that we see. So we have to target that. Does that win though? I guess it does. 2.3. Okay. Did we have 6? 8.3 now? I'm starting to see a pattern. Yeah. Like, not yesterday, but the day before, when I was drawing this out and putting it in my log, it was somewhat disappointing. I was thinking, like, what's wrong? Why does this not work on this symbol? It's so strange. Because these rules, the rules are universal. The numbers, the divisions of power can be adapted to different instruments at the times, can be on different the times, etc. Right? But yeah, so strange that it wouldn't produce a good result. And yeah, look at this thing. What's going on here? Are you going to tell me that do you see that? Wow. We clean it and we switch lower there. Or, well, let's say this one. Let's say we're short here somewhere, right? Just kind of. Yeah. Okay, let's zoom back out. That's crazy. Am I supposed to measure that move and say it's good enough? 1-to-1 is good enough. If I don't have a target. Oh, look, there's some target here. That's not good enough. There's another target. What the hell? 2.7. Oh, what do you know? Yeah. 2.3. Not even adjusting anything, right? Just putting the trades on. And again, yeah, Model A, not a chance. Model B, boom. What even is the number? I don't even remember what 7? This is 2.3. What is it now? 9? Yeah. But I will put in my book, and I'm gonna write it in Swedish, so I'm gonna turn off the recording for that. But yeah, boom, 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 no close, boom, boom, no close, higher, higher, higher. No, I'm not gonna. No, that's not enough. That's not enough either. Even though there's a gap, that this is where we need to go. This is on another time frame, and this is for another discussion. Yeah, no. And yeah, I can see that. Yeah, the rule is we need to sweep the session low, not something low. But that may be changed, because it's very apparent that price doesn't want to go below here and higher, and I mean even like, come on, man, come on. Right, if this is the target, I mean the gap was even used at the point the gap was used. We have a gap here. I could probably stop here. Yeah. So again, this is a 1-to-1. There's nothing to target. This is the 1-to-1 with the signal right here. And what I'm saying is, here's an unused gap. Here's a used gap. There's a block formation. So I see this 1-1. I could play this like this. Not part of my system. Taking it away. Yeah, that's for later. 16. Boom, boom. This is the M5. This, on like M3 or 2, maybe we enter here for something glorious, but we don't. So in this case, we enter here. And this, boom. And if that's the signal, the Model A stands a chance to get somewhat better fill, but not much. Yeah, and 1-to-1, I don't see anything, so can just leave it at 1-to-1, and I think yeah. I think we're up to adding 11 from adding the Asia sessions, and yeah, again, of course, actually not. There's no. This is a confirmation, internal confirmation of short here. Yeah. Not really visible on M5, but what we see here is this. I see it, maybe because I'm somewhat crazy, or maybe I'm not crazy, maybe that's why. Now you see it as well, right? Right. Now it's clear. Yeah, maybe I've been looking at charts for too long. Where can I send the bill for that? Yeah, okay, so yeah, maybe that's a short, not on this system, but hey, maybe that's the stop. Is that the target? That's definitely the taking a partial level. If that's not the target, then that's the target. That's an interesting proposition. That is interesting. Yeah. What have you learned from today's session? Trading stop. I don't know. Is it good? Inconclusive. Yeah. Asia. Adding Asia to the Kiwi. Yeah. I think that's good. Alright, I'm gonna put my notes into the log and I'm gonna do something else to chill. Tomorrow is Monday, so expecting slow action. Like every Monday. Just gonna get some sleep. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But hey, if you like my charts, my drawings, my ramblings and failure to produce conclusive and comprehensive, understandable grammar, just like the video. And just post some questions for me. Yeah. I'll see you in the markets.